standing around. We'll only be showered by more boulders. Ready your horses on the double.
Be honest. Are all of us riding to our deaths?
Yes, we are.
And since we're dying anyway, you're saying that it's better if we at least die fighting?
I am.
But wait, if we'll die anyway, then who cares what we do? We could just disobey your orders, and it wouldn't mean a thing, would it?
Yes, you're precisely right. Everything that you thought had meaning, every hope, dream, or moment of happiness, none of it matters as you lie bleeding out on the battlefield. None of it changes what a speeding rock does to a body. We all die. But does that mean our lives are meaningless? Does that mean that there was no point in our being born? Would you say that of our slain comrades? What about their lives? Were they meaningless? They were not! Their memory serves as an example to us all! The courageous fallen, the anguished fallen, their lives have meaning because we, the living, refuse to forget them! And as we ride to certain death, we trust our successors to do the same for us! Because my soldiers do not buckle or yield when faced with the cruelty of this world! My soldiers push forward! My soldiers scream out! My soldiers rage!
Sasageyo, Sasageyo, Shinzo Sasageyo. What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video. We are back at it again with another anime review, and we are taking a look at Attack on Titan Season 4, Final Season, Part 3. It is Chapter 1 and 2 for Part 3, and it is an hour-long special. It's like a movie, and Part 3 is going to be split up into 2 hour-long parts, and we're taking a look at the first one, which consists of 2 chapters, and I just came out of watching it, and I'm going to say it's alright. It's not the world's greatest. It's not anything special. It's just okay. It just starts off exactly where we left off, with Eren sort of looking back, thinking what he's doing is going to be awful. He is really upset with what he's going to do, but he knows he has to do it. He continues to do it. He starts the rumbling. We get a little bit of flashbacks, and then straight back to Armin and Levi and the rest of them, who are setting up the plane, ready to fly before the rumbling hits them. And Levi's still injured. And pretty much the rumbling catches up to them. Floch held on to the back of the boat and let the boat drag him to where they were, which was pretty shocking, to be fair. I would have hated to be dragged by that boat. And he was being dragged for a significantly long time, if I'm going to be honest. But it's such like a depressing, sad, emotional time. Like, there's barely any happy sort of thoughts, memories. None of them are talking with, like, excitement. None of them are talking with, like, happiness. They're all scared. They're all sad. And it's understandable. They're going up against the rumbling, and there's, like, 8 of them. Levi, Jean, Connie, Mikasa, I forgot his name, Reiner, and 2 others are going up against the entire rumbling all on their own. We get some scenes of some Malian people, some other people, and literally just how the rumbling is affecting the island of Mali and what it's doing to its people. They're all fleeing. We have the governments trying to fight back, but it's not working because Eren is just that good. We have a really cool scene of the Beast Titan coming up onto the back of the Skeleton Titan. I really don't know what to call it. It's like the Founding Titan, and the Beast Titan is completely made out of bone. It looks really cool, being all white. It's just so sort of off-putting and scary for it to be made out of bones. The animation style, although it did swap studios, does keep up, and it is a good animation style. I do like all the adult versions of the Attack on Titan cast, and it did try and have a heartfelt moment, but it didn't really connect with me, where Haj gets killed. She died doing what she loved most, attacking and learning about the Titans and the rumbling. and all this Titan knowledge that she had, she just excited her, and she just went out trying to buy them time to set off the plane, because Floch shot a few holes in it so they couldn't fill up the fuel tank, and they succeeded. Like, she died, but they managed to set off and they started going. But she had this really nice sort of scene where she connected with all of the other people who died. She got to see Commander Erwin, she got to see Sasha and the horse that everyone memed about. I liked the episode. I was watching it, I didn't go on my phone, it kept my attention. I really enjoy Attack on Titan. I have a couple of U2s for Attack on Titan, I have loads of figures for it, and I did make a lot of LEGO customs. So you can go check those videos out, because they're all up on the channel after this one. But there was some really sad scenes. They didn't make me cry. It's just, I don't really like Haj as a character, so I didn't really feel her death. And she was happy dying, she sacrificed herself, so it was more of like a confident thing that she was doing, so I didn't really feel bad for her. She didn't die in any sort of sad way. Obviously, it's a painful death because she burned to death, but she did it out of passion, and she did it for her friends to sort of get them forward, and she did it because she wanted to. She was willing to do it, and she was excited about it, because Titans always fascinated her. But they ended up going back into the Titan realm with the big Tree of Life thing, because Eren called them all there because they wanted to negotiate with Eren. So Eren was eavesdropping on them, and he was like, sure, there's nothing to talk about, fuck off. He basically called them all there to talk to them because there's nothing to talk about. That bit did make me laugh. But Levi being my favourite character, like Eren and Levi are two of my favourite characters, and they did fuck all. Both of them did fuck all in this episode. It was all about Armin and Mikasa and Annie. Annie did decide that she didn't want to fight anymore. She got on the boat to look after Falco and Gabi. I hate Gabi. Everyone hates Gabi. But yeah, so they're setting sail. Falco is getting Beast Titan powers and Beast Titan qualities because he did drink the blood of the Beast Titan. And we did find out some new info on the female Titan, that if she does consume a body part of the other Titans, she will get that power. And I think that's a pretty cool thing. But the voice acting was really good. They were all really sad. They were all really upset. Connie was the most sort of distraught. And his voice actor being Bakugo was so good. Like, Bakugo is always such a good voice actor. Sorry, I don't know his name. But he always has so much emotion. He can do so angry and get so sad as well. He's just got such good range. I do watch it in dub, so that's why it took me a while to watch this. And Crunchyroll did try and make this like a big spectacle, like, of the dub releasing, but it released like half a year after it came out, so I already saw most of it online in like clips on TikTok or on Instagram. It's just memes and stuff, and people just posting about it, so I didn't really get all the shock and all the hype about it, because the hype wore off a while ago. I don't know why it took so long for the dub to come out, compared to sub. Usually it's like a week or two later. This time it was like a half a year, which is quite upsetting because I do struggle to read, so I cannot watch sub. I can watch it for 20 minutes, but then my eyes start to hurt and I struggle reading. I can do it for like one episode at a time. I cannot do it for a whole hour, which is what this episode was. So I had to wait for dub to come out, and it finally came out. And it did not disappoint, but it didn't live up to the hype, if I'm going to be honest. There was minimal action, but I do feel like they set up for the Chapter 3 and 4. They set up really well. It was like Infinity War and Endgame, how good Infinity War set up Endgame, with leaving on a massive cliffhanger, leaving massive edge and sort of tension between the characters, and leaving a mystery of what's going to happen next, because we have all the characters jumping out of the plane, landing on the back of the Titan. We have Connie and Jean in a struggle because they can't land. We have Reiner and the other Titan, the Jaw Titan or the Cat Titan, I forgot which one, ready to battle the Beast Titan. And then we had Levi, Mikasa, and Armin on the ear of the Titan, trying to talk to Eren and talk to him, persuade him, and just get through to him. And I think that was a really good place to leave it, because it leaves all the action for the next time. And they did all jump out the plane, which everyone memed for like Fortnite, and how they jump out the plane into, you know, the battle royale. That's where I saw most of the battle scenes from, for it to be memed about Fortnite, which is unfortunate, because that was a really cool scene. I did really enjoy it. The last 8 minutes was like the most action-packed, with all of them jumping out the plane, landing on the Titan, and I do hope they extend that in the next one, because I always love watching them swing around in the ODM gear. It's such a satisfying animation. They do so well with it, and the Levi scenes where he's swinging around like an absolute Beyblade, it is so good, and it's what makes me love Attack on Titan's animation. It's just so clean and so smooth, especially with the fast-paced movements of the ODM gear. It's honestly really good. But we got very little of that this time, so I hope they go all out with the next hour-long episode, which we get probably dubbed next year, but in some point soon, because it does come out in fall. So I'm not too sure when it will be out. But it didn't leave me with much. I didn't really feel any emotion. It was just a big depression session. There was no hope. There's very little hope going for them, if I'm being honest. I didn't really feel like they have much of a chance. But Eren wants them to beat him. Eren is on their side. He doesn't want to stop the rumbling. He knows he has to do the rumbling, but he wants them to stop him. He doesn't want to do it, but he knows he has to, so he's doing it, and he wants them to stop him, because he knows that the rumbling is awful, and it's killing so many people, and it's causing him so much pain and suffering to live with himself after killing so many people and living with so much sin. But all of them have blood on their hands. All of them are unclean, and they know that. They address this, but they know saving the world won't clear their sins, but they're going to do it anyway. And that just shows how good they are. It also takes time to focus on each character individually, with Jean, Connie, Mikasa, Armin, Levi, all getting their little moments of input, all getting their little moments of doubt, and then be reassured by the other team. They have a real sense of camaraderie here and teamwork, and they're all prepared to risk their life to take on Eren, which is a friend of theirs, and they've been fighting their friends for so long. It's just an ongoing struggle, and I feel absolutely awful for them because of what they have to go through. I think they've dragged out Season 4, the final, really long. I wish they did just put it into like Season 4, 5, and 6. I wish they didn't drag out Season 4 for so long. It would have been a lot easier to just do 4, 5, and 6 than Season 4 Part 1, Season 4 Part 2, Season 4 Part 3, Season 4 Part 4. But it's still good. It just didn't really do much for me. I am going to have to give it like a 6 out of 10, because it did do a really good job at setting up the next one. I just did find it a little boring and dull because of there being nothing but like screams, cries. It was just an hour-long session of sadness and despair from all of the characters we've come to know and love. We know Attack on Titan isn't like an upbeat, colourful, happy anime. We know it's got war and struggles, but this was just like a real gut punch. It doesn't excite me like other animes do, but I still enjoy it. And I don't know. It just didn't have it. It just felt like it was quite soulless because of how all the characters just were, like constantly in fear. The actors did a really good job at presenting that fear. It was really good and really persuading, but it's just watching them be scared and like upset for an hour is quite draining, to be fair, and it's put me off watching anything else for the rest of the day, if I'm being honest, because I am trying to watch Bungo Stray Dogs Season 1 to get a review out of that, but this just killed my motivation to watch anything. But again, the story's good. It has a really good story to set up the next 2 chapters. The animation is still good. It's nothing excellent, but it was still good. It kept up with the rest of Attack on Titan and how good the quality of it is. Voice actors, amazing as always. And that's all I really have to say. There's nothing really else to talk about with Attack on Titan. I just think they've dragged it out a long time. And it's finally coming to a close. And I'm really excited. I can't wait for the finale. This one may have been really boring, but it's got me hyped and excited for what comes next, because I know it's going to be a massive onslaught of a battle for the next hour. And I'm not saying that it has to be all fighting. I do like some serious moments too, but next time is going to be so fucking good. Alright, bye-bye.